Hello, my name is Charles Smith. The one that I look up to the most, the one that makes me smile, and the one that puts me on track. The best in my life would have to be you, Miss O'Sullivan. You are my mentor because even through my toughest situations, you always seem to be there for me and always seem to pull me out of the hole. I took your H class my junior year, and it was definitely my favorite class in my high school career. Not only was the material and how you presented the material fun, but also the way that you taught me as well. You brought life into the classroom, kept us attentive and paying attention, and also made sure that we knew exactly what we were doing. I learned so much in your class, and not only were you my favorite teacher, but you were also my favorite / best mentor as well. Not only from an educational perspective, but also from an emotional perspective too. When I would be having the rough days, you would always pick me up. When I had games or practices, you would talk to me and hype me up to get me ready. You would stay after school to help me with classwork, and you were always someone that I could talk to when I had something on my mind. I appreciate having such a great teacher like you, and I am so happy that I was able to take and participate in your class. Thank you for always picking me up on my worst days, keeping me up, happy, and being one of the best ones, and always guiding me in the right direction in my decisions. Okay. Thank you for always picking me up on my worst days, keeping me up and happy, and always being a part of my best days, and always grinding and guiding me in the right direction with my decisions. Thank you for always being a great teacher, helping me understand the topic, and also always providing me with help when I needed it. Thank you for pushing me to my best and highest potential. Thank you for being the greatest and one of the biggest mentors in my life. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you so much. Much love. My parents have played a pivotal role in my life. They have always been here for me through thick and thin, no matter how wrong I truly was. When I was wrong, they would tell me that I was wrong and what I did wrong, and tell me how to act differently when or if that situation came up once again. They supplied me with endless joy, support, laughter, and comfort, and I am so beyond thankful and grateful for everything that they have done for me. They have put me in the situations to be the most successful that I would possibly be, and though we may butt heads on certain topics or things that have went on throughout my lifetime, I feel that they have done a great job of raising me and making sure that I could/can be the best possible. You guys truly are the greatest parents, and I appreciate everything that you have done for me and everything that you have sacrificed for me as well. From going to all my games, to taking me to all my practices, for taking off work to watch me play, spend thousands and thousands of dollars just so I can do what I love, to get me involved in sports in the first place. I truly appreciate you guys, and thank you for all the unconditional love and support that you guys provide for me. It can't limitless, and words can't explain or express how much you guys truly do mean to me or express how much I love you guys. In my eyes, this isn't just a letter to you, but in all reality, it's a tribute to you guys for all that you have given me throughout to make me the person I am today, for raising me right and showing me how to be respectful to all people, to put me and getting me to college, not only for academics, but also for sports. With your guys' knowledge and lighting the fire, and I know I wasn't the easiest kid to raise with all the trouble that I put you guys through, and I know at times, all the time, I was a pain in the butt, but at the end of the day, it was me just trying to figure myself out, and at the end of the day, it was all love as well. It was because I love you guys so much. Words will never express how much you mean to me, nor will they ever express how much I have for you guys, or how much love I love you guys. But I am going to try and put it into perspective and put it into words anyways. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything you guys have done for me. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for dealing with me. Thank you guys for guiding me in the right direction. Thank you guys for spending countless hours going out of your guys' way for me in my school and my sports. Thank you guys for always supplying me with what I needed, and most of all, thank you guys for always being here for me, as well as loving me unconditionally as well. I appreciate everything that you guys have done / are doing for me. I love you guys with all of my heart, to the moon and back. I love you guys so much.
There are not enough words and ways to express how grateful and blessed I am to have both you as my parents. Thank you for always pushing me forward in everything I did. I know that I would not have been able to achieve any of the things that I have done if it was not for you both. Mom, thank you for everything that you have taught me. You've taught me patience, kindness, and shaped me into the man I am today. These tools you have given me will help me throughout my life. Dad, you've shown me what hard work achieves. Seeing you work late nights showed me what it meant to be dedicated. I'll always be grateful for what you have shown me. You have both pushed me to be the student and person I am today. Even when I was down and knew that was inside of me, you pushed me to achieve it. You guys never let me slack off. Even if it does not seem like in the moment, I cannot be more thankful. There have been so many memories that I'll hold on to forever. I remember in 6th grade, I had to make a book to express everything I love, and we went all out for it. We stayed up for some late nights making the Book of Nick Volume 1. You both did so much for me. Dad, I remember shopping together for that project, and we bought a musical greeting card to strip the music speaker from to put in the card just to add the special touch to my book. I also remember in 1st grade, I had to pick an artist for a project and tell a story as if I was that person. Mom helped me with everything and made sure it was a real-life representation. I had a full beard and we groomed it to look more like Claude Monet's. We also bought a palette to give it that final touch. You both gave me the passion to succeed and to put pride in what I do. No matter what I am doing, I will always see it through to the end. This journey has been a long and hard one for all of us, but thank you for believing in me and understanding me through it all. Now starts the Book of Nick, Volume 2. I love you both. Mr. Birmingham, you made the biggest impact on my life as a teacher. For the first quarter of my 6th grade year, you were on leave for the birth of your child. Although when you returned, it felt like a whole new year had started. I remember you explained to the class how you left your job as a principal. To come back to teaching, the more I think about it, I understand why. When you were teaching, you did so in such a way that it didn't feel like it was a school subject. You made it feel like we were exploring something new. You kept everyone engaged in the subject we were studying. I remember the whole class would be fighting to answer every question so that you could give them points in class dojo. Your passion for math ended up rubbing off on me. Due to the energy you put into teaching us math, I now think of math as my best subject and favorite subject. I'm going to pursue a career in computer science. You gave me the tools to succeed with all the challenges I will face. You taught us much more than just science or math. You shared your passion for decorating cakes and even drawing during class. In doing this, you gave us an environment to expand beyond the class material and express ourselves. I would always remember you drawing eyes. I even find myself doodling them as well, although never as highly detailed. You would not let anyone get discouraged by a wrong answer, but instead led them to the right conclusion. There was an environment in your class that was free from judgment. You really helped me gain more self-confidence and to express my sense of humor. I remember every day I'd come to class with a joke or a quip. The majority of them were about Chuck Norris, to tell you. You, of course, would just answer right back with a new one. It is these qualities of yours that have and will always stick to me. Your motivation to teach us all and give us your time will be something that I'll always remember.
Dear Mr. Noble, the days before entering your classroom, I was not prepared for what I was about to endure. I did not know how difficult calculus was going to be, especially since I was only a sophomore. I had never failed academically in years prior, so I thought AP Calculus would be a breeze. It certainly was not. However, in your classroom, I learned even more challenging skills than calculus could ever have in its curriculum. I learned life skills. Sophomore year was not a very good year for my personal life. Being the child I was, I thought I just had to let life happen to me and accept the fact that I was going to be sad for a long time. On top of this, I was failing every single calculus assessment that you gave to me. And in true Noble fashion, every time the class did not do well on assessments, you would give aggravated lectures because you knew we were better. At first, this would make me even more upset and I would let it affect my mood for the rest of the day. However, one day, my sadness and feelings of failure was so obvious that another considerate teacher of mine emailed you expressing the concerns. Later that day, I received a remind text from you that I will never forget. In this text, you specifically said, "Remember that with more mistakes come more opportunities to learn and grow." From that day forward, I learned that I cannot just sit around and let life happen to me. When the going gets tough, I have to see it as an opportunity to become a better person. Therefore, I started working harder in everything I did, especially in calculus. I repeatedly did corrections and retook every test I believe I could do better on. I studied for hours every single night after getting home late from my school activities. I even stayed in your classroom the whole school day for 3 days straight right before the AP test just to review everything. I never put in so much effort before in my life for anything. You taught me that failing is okay when you have a growth mindset and determination to become better. That is how I passed your class, passed the AP test, and passed a very hard time in my life. Since then, I have felt stronger and more confident than I ever have before, thanks to you. Now I know that I can push my limits. If I want something, I will get it if I give it my all. You taught me that I can achieve anything. I cannot thank you enough. Sincerely, Lily. Dear parents, this past year has taught us all a lot. Some people gained time to rest and reflect while others lost everything. However, we as a family know what we have personally gone through this past year. It has not been easy, and at times it has felt that this rough patch is never ending. I could sit here and list all of our trials and tribulations, but I won't do that because after all of it, I am left wiser and more grateful than ever for the two of you. You guys do so much for me behind the scenes that I never saw before. The reason I wake up every morning with a roof over my head, clothes on my back, and food in my fridge is because of you two. I sometimes doubt that we have the same 24 hours in a day because I can never get done as much as you two do. The cooking, cleaning, and paying bills all while working full-time sounds typical, but I know how much energy that really takes. I also know that every decision you make is made in the best interest of me and Michael. Even if we don't like it, we always end up being okay because you guys always make sure of that. But what I appreciate the most is that after all your parental duties are taken care of, you guys go out of your way and take the role as my best friends. I know very few people that can come home after a long day and just tell their mom everything, but I can. I also know very few fathers that still make an effort to stay strong even if they are going through it themselves, but my father does. I know I don't show it all the time. I know I can be selfish. I know I act like the world revolves around me, but I see you guys. I see your love and your sacrifices. I love you guys more than anything in the world. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Yours truly, Lily.
Dear Grandma, I always knew life was going to be stressful at times, but I didn't realize how bad it really is. You taught me almost everything I know how to do, and you were always the sweetest. School was never a struggle for me while you were around, but now there's times I don't even know what to do. Not only in school, but also with life. I wish you were here to see how far I've come. However, I know you're watching down on me. You've saved me from things I didn't think I would ever come face to face with. You've pushed me through some of the hardest times, and most of all, you're the reason I succeeded. My entire school career went downhill the moment you left me, but now you are what pushes me to work towards my goals and to strive and achieve them. You are what motivates me to start my day and to keep a positive mindset through all times. I never thought I'd have to graduate high school without you next to me, but it is happening this year. I'm writing this letter to you because the only reason I'm still here today is because you would never let me give up. If I tried, you would always say, keep your head up, things get better. As things progressively got worse, I kept telling myself it was all going to be okay. It took a while for everything to fall back into place after all the trauma, but I'm finally doing better and succeeding at what I've always wanted to do, and it is all because of you. Thank you for leading me to where I am and being one of the sweetest and positive-minded people I've ever met. I miss you, and I hope you are proud of the woman I have become and all the things I have accomplished. I love you. Kayla Stepanovic. Dear Mom and Dad, life has brought many hardships to all of us, but I'm grateful for you guys riding with me. I have made many mistakes, and I have no idea where I would be if it wasn't for the forgiveness and love you guys have for your children. You guys have taught me so much. Dad, you taught me how to swim and ride a bike when I was a kid, and this year you taught me how to do electric work, use power tools, regular tools, and how to paint a room. Mom, you taught me my alphabet, my numbers, words, everything I needed to know as a child, and just a couple years ago you were teaching me how to drive. Never in a million years would I have thought I'd be this grown. You guys are my world. You have taught me everything I've needed to know. You always make life full of fun with traveling, adventures, and the multiple activities you guys were able to enroll me in. Mom, you have always pushed me, and Dad, you were always hard on me. However, if it weren't for you guys treating me like this, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I am grateful for everything you guys have done and for making me who I am, along with pushing me to never give up. From the broken bones to strains to surgery, you guys always took the best care of me and have done everything in the world for me. You both are the best parents I could ever ask for. I love you both and thank you for everything. I love you, Kayla.
To my mentor, Katie, I wanted to thank you for having such a big influence on my life. I want to start off by saying that I really appreciate you and everything you have done for me. You have watched me grow up into the person I am today, and I would not be who I am right now without your help. There have been many times where everything felt like it was going downhill, and I couldn't do anything to stop it. But you were always there to let me rant, and you always found a way to calm me down after a bad day. It would always be at the beginning of the school year where I would start feeling overwhelmed because I always had a ton of things going on at that time. I would be getting slammed with homework, then I would have practice, and the last thing I wanted to do when I got home was more schoolwork. But you just let me talk and tell you how I was feeling, and then somehow I still got my work done. You just always made me feel calm in a way. I chose you as my mentor because not only did you guide me through a little bit of my life, but because while guiding me, we always had fun together. We would listen to music, cook, binge watch TV shows, and so much more. But in the end, thank you for everything you have done for me. I believe that without you, I would not be where I am today. A letter to my parents. I cannot believe that I'm here graduating. Without you guys, I don't think I could have accomplished this. You both pushed me to be better at anything I put my mind to, whether that be a sport or my schoolwork. There have been plenty of times where I definitely wanted to give up, but you both reminded me at how far I have come and encouraged me to keep going. We have gone through a lot with moving many times and some other things, but in a way it has molded me into the person I am now. You have taught me everything I know, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for literally everything. Thank you for providing me with all the things I have. Thank you for teaching me how to take responsibility for my actions. Thank you for showing me how to respect the people around me. And most of all, thank you for loving me. I'm really glad to have you as my parents, and I know I have the most supportive parents ever because no matter what I plan on doing in the future, I know you guys will have my back and help me whenever I need it. Thank you, and I love you guys.
Dear Green, I'm going to start off by simply saying thank you. You were the first person to make me realize that my mental health is important. For the past 3 years, you have been teaching me to take care of myself and not to put others before me. You have had the biggest influence on me in high school for the simple fact that you listen. You have always had a listening ear for me and even others around the building. Junior year was my biggest obstacle and you still got me through it all. You always gave good advice, and even though I didn't always listen, and you knew that, but you still kept it a buck. You made me realize that I was playing with my own potential and I could do so much better than what I was doing. But not only is it doing better, but more so of managing my time and energy without overworking myself. Not only did you help me find something about myself, but you have made me a better friend and student. You made me realize that I need to hold myself more accountable, not only with others, but with myself as well. I still have a long way to go when it comes to working on myself, but you have directed me to a path where I know I can be successful in life without overworking my mental state. I just want you to know that I'm thankful and you are greatly appreciated 100%. Sincerely, your president. Dear parents, you have been my rock since the beginning of life. You have molded me to the person that I am today without a doubt. You kept my head on straight no matter how much I wanted to venture off, you didn't let me. You have supported me emotionally, financially, and physically. I know I can be a headache, but it was never something that y'all couldn't handle. I'm the last of the bunch on both sides, and I know that I have made you proud. I wanted to say thank you for putting up with all my emotions and my craziness on a daily basis. I wanted to thank you for putting me first, even when you wasn't at your best. You have taught me self-respect and to never let anyone disrespect me. Made me realize that my education comes first before anything, and no one will be able to take that from me. You guys have supported me through everything and every obstacle in life. You pushed me when I wanted to give up so many times. You made me realize my potential within and how far I would go. I am thankful for your patience and your time with me. You made me realize that I need balance in life and that everything doesn't come easy, but it's worth it in the end. You showed me to never give up, no matter how frustrating it can be. You gave me my strength. With that, I wanted to thank you for all that you do, and your baby girl has finally finished this chapter in her life because of you. Sincerely, me.
To be honest with you, I don't remember the first time we met. I don't remember our first conversation, our first hug, or my first breakdown in front of you. But what I do remember is your kindness. I remember your joy. I remember your wisdom. I remember your grace. Sometimes I think about who I would be if I didn't meet you. I think about how lost and hurt I was from the pain of my past. What if you weren't there to guide me to the place that I am today? You, out of all people, know I don't like to speak about my feelings and thoughts. However, somehow I spoke about them to you. Somehow I found myself running to you when I was afraid of me, afraid of the world, afraid of my thoughts. I found myself understanding who you truly are to me. I won't speak about the endless conversations we've had about my past, present, and future. I've been sitting here thinking about all of the things I could say to you. I've come to the conclusion that there are no words good enough that could be said about you. There are many people who come into your life that are seasonal. However, you are forever. For some reason, you chose to mentor me. You listened, you imparted, you understood, you helped. I'm so proud of the person that I have become, and I'm grateful that you are a part of that making. Your strength and resilience inspire me to want more for myself. Your vulnerability allowed me to see the beauty of being honest with myself. Your accountability forced me to learn from my mistakes and not repeat them. Your overflowing love amazed me to the point where I found myself loving others the way you poured your love on me. You are beautiful, Joe, and not just on the outside, but on the inside. Your beauty is your love, kindness, grace, power, resilience, and your willingness to see others happy. I love you, Joe. Thank you for everything you have done for me. Thank you. I just simply wanted to say thank you for being amazing parents. You have nurtured and cared for me like no other. Your love goes beyond the Milky Way galaxy. You guys have been there every step of the way without judging. You listened to me when I felt like no one truly heard me. You were honest with me when I couldn't be honest with myself. There isn't much I can say in this letter that I haven't already said to you guys. You have opened doors for me that were never open for you, so you gave me the opportunity to truly become the person I am today. I know I can be challenging, but you guys were always on my side. I can't express in words how much I love you. I can't express in words how much I honor you. I can't express in words how much I respect you. The sacrifices you have made has not gone unnoticed by me. I thank you, Dad, for being my protector and leader. I've always felt safe in your presence, even when you and I disagree. I thank you, Mom, for being a nurturer and my first teacher. You've shown me what having grace is supposed to look like. People come and go in life, however, you guys are my life. You're my world. You're my peace from the chaos and bigotry of the world. You have shown me that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Hopefully someday I can pay y'all back for all the money and time you spent on me. I love you.
Dear Mr. Posey, if I were to write a letter or any kind of literature about my high school experience at Cremoni High School, a large component of that would be the teachers and the classes. Each class challenged me to reach a new limit of thinking that anything was possible. Behind every class was a teacher who was dedicated to the work and made sure that every student succeeded. With my AP Economics class with Mr. Posey, this was extremely apparent. Mr. Posey, you have helped every student you could achieve what they can in their class, and I greatly appreciate you for that. After all the 4 years of attending at Cremoni High School, I have to say, you have had the most prominent effect on me as a student and as a person. You have shaped me into the person I am today. Without your guidance in that economics class, I don't think I would have had the courage to take the classes that I am today. You taught me the true lesson behind courage and taking risks. You also taught me how to have self-control and not overwork myself to the point of exhaustion. You taught me how to be a better person and how to be a better student. You taught me skills that you taught me skills that I didn't learn anywhere else. Your classroom, I have to say, was one of the best classrooms I've experienced in high school. Your classroom environment was one where we could joke around and yet get serious at the same time. You always had the best interest at heart for your students, and I am greatly indebted to that. The sense of dedication you had to your work is something I look up to all day. I look up to every day. You focus on helping your students succeed, and that is something I greatly appreciate you for that. You are the epitome of what teachers should be. Personally, you have helped me gain confidence in what I turn in and I do every day. You have helped me become an even better student. I said that before. As a person, I think you're one of the best. As a teacher, you're at the top of my list. Without you, Mr. Posey, I don't think I would be this person I am today. Your class, you as a teacher, were one of the best experiences I've had at Cremoni. I couldn't imagine my high school career without the advice I've gained from you. Thank you for everything, Mr. Posey. Thank you for the advice, and I hope I can make you proud one day. Sincerely, Caesar. To the most caring people in my life. Without my mom and dad, I wouldn't be here in the position I am today. Without them, I wouldn't have the resolve I have now. Without them, I wouldn't have the aspirations I have now. Without them, I wouldn't be confident in my future. Without them, I wouldn't be taking the risks that I have taken today. They've nurtured an environment where hard work would always succeed. They've nurtured an environment where failure was a necessary for success. They taught me how to care for other people, and they are the reason I am the way today. They are the reason for my success. Sure, I had some help with my work ethic, but they are the reason I succeed. They are the reason I push myself to do the best possible in everything I do. I have the drive to do absolutely everything, and it's all because of them. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the sleepless nights. Thank you for caring and loving me and my sister. Thank you so much for giving up. Thank you for giving up so much for my family and for everything. I see it. I see everything you've given up, and I'm going to repay you one day. Thank you for being the absolute best people in the world. Thank you. Just thank you for being such an amazing inspiration for me and my goals. Sincerely, your son. Thank you.
To the biggest supporter in my life and the best older brother ever, thank you for the constant advice you give me. Thank you for listening to me and for always being there for me. Your support gives me strength more than you ever know. You always encourage me to try my hardest and to always go on with life without regretting anything. You tell me that it's okay to make mistakes because we're all human after all. Growing up with you right by my side is one of the biggest blessings in my life. We went from the little sister who used to interrupt her older brother playing his video game to a graduating high school student and a young adult. You never hesitate to help me with anything I need, and I hope you know how much I appreciate you for it. Seeing you succeed and graduate high school, college, and find a stable ground motivates me to work harder to achieve my goals and dreams. There aren't enough words to express how much I love you and appreciate you, but I hope my feelings are conveyed well through this message. Thank you again, and I love you always. To one of the most supportive and loving parents ever, thank you for always being there for me and for always taking care of me. Thank you for raising me to be the best version of myself and to always strive for more. Thank you for leaving behind your home, your family, and your friends to come to the U.S. to give me and my siblings a better life. I've seen you work so hard, and it always motivates me to work as hard as I can so that one day I can give you more than you've given me. Thank you for raising me up when I fall, hugging me when things get tough, and for loving me unconditionally. There aren't enough words to describe how much admiration and love I have for the both of you. Thank you for putting me on the right path to becoming a wonderful young woman. I hope I can continue to make you proud, and I will continue to work harder for the future. Thank you again, and I love you always.